Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to a unique weapons guide on the E-gun. That's all there is to the name, E-gun, because as far as I know this gun will not spawn with an element attached to it, and to my knowledge it's the only laser weapon in the game that is non-elemental. It's also the only non-elemental Maliwan weapon. As you may know, Maliwan weapons are always supposed to be elemental, but this one is not. And you may be wondering why you would even want a non-elemental laser when there are so many good elemental ones out there. And I also wondered this at first until I tried using it. This thing wrecks everybody. I mean, it absolutely melts its way through crowds of enemies with no trouble. I mean, honestly, at first I thought it was going to be more of a novelty, but now I'm actually kind of keeping it on me at all times. I'm not even sure why this is, honestly. It gets a continuous damage bonus of 200%, but that's actually pretty average for a beam weapon. I've got a Thorny Rose, that's another unique continuous beam weapon, and that gets over 500%. And all I can think of is that although it has no element for bonus damage against certain enemy types, for example, electric gets a bonus against shields, incendiary gets a bonus against flesh, etc. It also has no enemy type that is especially resistant to it. I do love the Thorny Rose as an incendiary beam, but when you're fighting a mix of enemies, some of whom have shields, the damage obviously drops off hugely because fire weapons are so ineffective against shields, and you end up kind of having to swap backwards and forwards between different elements to get the most out of them. The E-gun, on the other hand, just deals its damage straight up, unencumbered, with no prejudice against whether it's shield or health or armor. It just deals its damage unchanged. And if you're someone who hates swapping between weapons multiple times during a fight, this could be the weapon for you. Also, if you play as Wilhelm and have a lot of points into laser damage, the E-gun could be very, very dangerous. How do we go about getting this? Head to Pickle and accept the mission sub-level 13. You'll be heading back to the robot factory and you'll have the option to enter a new part of the facility, and it'll be marked on your map with a waypoint. This is about as spooky as Borderlands will ever get, and it's still not at all. I won't go into huge detail about what you have to do in the mission. If you haven't played it already, then I'll leave that to you to enjoy. But it is simple enough, and you'll come to a point where you hand in this mission about halfway through the bunker, and you'll accept part 2 of the mission. And this is the actual part which will give you the weapon as a possible mission reward. Once the mission is completed, you're given the option to return to either Pickle or to hand it in there and then in the room that the mission ends in. In my normal playthrough I handed it into Pickle, and this is not the correct choice. Hand it in there and then to Schmidt, and you'll be given the E-gun to keep. Once again, it will be given to you at the level you were when you accepted the mission, in this case part 2, not part 1. And there you go, it's all yours. You'll certainly appreciate the effort if you love this gun as much as I do, and I'm sure you will. But anyway, that about wraps it up. If you found this video useful, please leave it a like, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.